Today I'm going to talk about the apps I use for everyday trucking. Alright, so let's hop right into it. I use a Samsung Galaxy Note 8 and go to the trucking folder here, and we'll just start at the top left and go down. So this first app is called Fleet Advance. That is connected to our ComData cards. That's what we use for fueling, maintenance, truck washes, stuff like that, and also various bonuses will get paid onto this. Alright, these next two are, I'm just trying them out. They're not daily use things. This one right here, Smart Truck Route, I downloaded that to try it out and compare it to the Rand McNally 740 that I use. It's a GPS, truck specific GPS, and it seems like it would be okay, but there's virtually no functionality in the free version, except I think every day between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. you can use it like the paid version. Problem is, I always forget. You know, I'm in the middle of driving and most days, and I forget to turn it on during those times, so I haven't had the chance to use the paid version. But it looks like it might be promising. See, you can see that I'm sitting at a Love's here. Then you can tap on the Love's. It'll give you the address, phone number, amenities, the GPS coordinates, the temperature. You could also create a route to it. So if you zoom out here, I think, you know, it'll tell you. Even has a radar overlay on it, which I never use, but you know, you can go down here where there's a bunch of other stuff and you see some pilots and Petros and TAs and different parking areas. So might be something you want to check out. It's just not something that I use on a daily basis. It was just a try. Alright, so this next one is Trucker District. It's a brand new app. It's in beta. It's like a trucker version of Facebook. It also has a GPS built into it, I think. It's very, very, very buggy. So that's why I don't know a whole lot about it right now. Here's the social media feed. I don't know, it's just another way to waste time, in my opinion, right now. And based on how many miles you drive, you get different bonuses or badges, and you can connect to different people, and I'm sure there's a whole lot more to it. I think there's a career center, so jobs can get posted on here. Like I said, it's extremely buggy right now, so I don't even use it. But I have it in the event to remind me to keep checking on it, so when it makes it past beta, if it does, and becomes a well-working app. The concept is good. It's just not usable right now. So the Pilot Flying J app just went through a pretty big overhaul in their app, an update, and it's been pretty buggy. There's a lot of complaints that when you fuel, the points don't get added to your account, and then it's a big headache getting those points onto your account. I haven't experienced that yet, But you know, once you pull up to the pump, you can see here start mobile fueling. You can just click on that, you enter your code, and then there's that ComData card that I had, the Fleet Advance card. You just select that and then go through the process, and it'll give you a code that you punch into the fueling station, and you'll be able to start the fuel pump that way. Then you can reserve a shower. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm not at a pilot. It only works when you're at a pilot, and it'll tell you which one that you're closest to. And you can't reserve a shower app right now because I'm not at one. You can also reserve parking. There's daily offers on here. You can go to the rewards. See, I don't have any points, but there's different offers and stuff in here. So I don't use that too often because, like I said, I go to Love's most of the time. I have two different weather apps. I use NOAA Weather Radar. This radar tends to be the most accurate, I think, and it's on a nice loop. So I check that during my pre-trip just to see what kind of weather I'm going to be running into, and then I can also check the hour by hour and stuff. Alright, now I also use the Weather Channel. I check them both because I don't think either of them is 100% accurate, so I compare them just to, you know, try to get the best information possible. So just like the other one, it tells you hourly what the temperature is supposed to be, daily, and the radar. For some reason lately this isn't picking up my location. I have to manually put it in. See, I have it right there, but alright, so let's compare right where I'm at with that one to that one. So yeah, pretty similar. So, but I just like comparing them. Trucker Path I use very often. This is one of the best tools out here on the road as far as trucking goes. Excuse me. So this is a fantastic tool to find places to stop and places to shut down. So here you can click on places down here and add to the map. Here, let's go down to where I know there's more truck stops there. So if you see, I'm not sure if you can tell, but there's a blue circle here. See, there's lots of spots here right now. So there's a blue circle, and that is where the truck stops are going to show up. Okay, see as I move it around, that's the searchable area. Okay, so if I scroll in or zoom in here to the Chicago area, and I just want to see Love's, I just make sure Love's is highlighted, and it'll show me where all the Love's are located. Now if I want to see, if I'm a pilot guy, likewise it'll show you Pilot Flying J. If you want to see everything, all three major truck stops, there you go. Independent, smaller mom and pop truck stops, you can see how many there are there. And just look how many. Now, some with this app, not every one of these is going to be a viable truck stop. You have to pull it up, click on it, and look at it for yourself. It'll tell you all the information, how far it is away roughly, the reviews. Then you can click on it again, get a little bit more information. It's supposed to have 10 parking spots, and this is truck specific. So 10 parking spots. It'll give you all the information, the satellite, latitude, longitude. It'll tell you what kind of restaurants are around it, the reviews, what people are saying about it. So once you look at this and you determine, okay, well, that might be a viable option. Now let me zoom in on it and see, is it really a truck stop? And this does look like a viable truck stop because I see trucks parked there. Okay. Sometimes when you zoom in on them, it's either, you know, something like that. I mean, even though I can see there's room for 5 trucks right here, that's probably not somewhere I'm gonna go a couple miles out of my way to go to, just for, you know, unless it's the very last option. This app also has a social media forum on it. Well, it looks like it's up and moving, up and going now. It was in the works for a long time, but looks like it's working. All right, might have to check that out a little bit more. Services, you know, you could look for jobs. I don't use any of this stuff. Build a profile for yourself, and then if you find a truck stop that you like, for example, I know that I like going to this Love's if I'm going east and west on 80. You can add it to favorites and remove it from favorites. So when you get out of here, go to your profile, you can look at all your favorites and it'll show you everywhere that you've hearted, that you favorited. So that's pretty cool. Another thing with this, it's not always accurate, but if you're heading towards a location and you want to stop here, here's the current parking situation. Now, for whatever reason, not all truckers are honest, or they don't consider lots of spots and some spots differently. Like, some people will consider 6 spots a lot of spots, and some people will consider 20 spots some spots. So when you're going down the road and you see a place that is updated and says some spots, or even I've seen somebody mark it lot is full and it's red, and you show up and there's a handful or a dozen spots open. So that tells me that just, some jerk wants to play with the truckers that are wanting to stop and marking it lot full so nobody else stops. Why that makes a difference to that specific driver, I have no idea, but if you're watching this and you're that person, please stop. It's annoying. But I think that's also why they have these 3 here, because as you go, this will be the furthest time away. So as you can see, 7 hours ago, 6 hours ago, 4 minutes ago. So this is the most recent, so you can see a trend here. Now if all 3 of them are lot full, chances are that's 3 different drivers marking it full. So then you can pretty much count on that lot being full. Now there's a paid version where you click on this parking prediction and it'll tell you there's the price for the paid. So I don't pay for any of these. but you can slide it to the time that you want to stop, and it'll tell you the chances of it being full, some spots, lots of spots. All right, so that's Trucker Path. The Loves, I use this all the time. And then there's my information, how many points I have. You have the barcode when you scan it and get stuff. I'm platinum level, which means I get 1 refilled cold or hot drink a day and 1 shower every day. Just like the Pilot app, you can fuel from your app or start the pump from your app. Then you just go through the process. It'll walk you all the way through to starting the pump. You can also check in for showers with this app, just like the Pilot one. It'll tell you how many showers are available. So if it says 0 and you hit to go to check in, it'll put you in the waiting list, and then it'll send you a notification when your shower is ready. And then it'll tell you which shower to go to and the combination to punch in when you get to that shower. So you never have to talk to a clerk and get that little piece of paper that they give you. So you can see all the digital receipts from everything that you've gotten. Wallet, that's where you put your payment information, your Comdata card. Profile information. And then there's also, you know, the things they try to get you to buy, the 2-for-1s and stuff like that. Now there is also a very basic GPS built into this. Never used it, don't plan on it. But here it'll show you where all the Love stores are. You can click on them, it'll tell you some information about them. And just different little things about you know, what Loves can do for you. So Google Earth I'll get to in a second. This Truck Smart, I've never used it, I just have it in case. This is for the TA Petros. I think it's very similar to the Loves and Pilot, where you can reserve a shower, yeah, reserve parking, pay parking. You have to create an account to do some of those other things, but there's no TAs within 50 miles there. Then I'll tell you some information about them. What else is there? Map, it'll show you what's there. So it's color coded. The blue pins are TAs, red are TA Express, which is very little, and the green are Petro. Alright, and weigh my truck. Any load that I have over 40,000 pounds, I will get my truck weighed to make sure that my axles are legal. So you just pull it up there, it'll recognize the closest CAT scale, which you have to be pretty close for it to recognize it. But once you pull up on the scale, you just verify that that CAT scale location number is the one that you're at. Just hit accept. Yeah, see, it won't even do it if I'm not on the scale. But if you're on the scale, it'll walk you through it. You just put in your load information, your trailer number, and it's $11.50 to scale the first time and $2 for every reweigh if you need it. And it'll think and think and think, and then it'll tell you your axle weights. So you don't have to get out of the truck. You don't have to get a paper receipt, because it'll email you that weight ticket that you usually get from inside the truck stop. So it's very handy. Alright, so during my pre-trips, I use both Google Earth and Google Maps. So depending on how good Google Maps will give me on, so for example, this is where I just dropped off today. Alright, so during my pre-trip I'll zoom in and I'll go all over the property, look at the road that I'm going to be coming in on and which road is going to take me to the main entrance. Okay, and if need be, I can long press here and get the coordinates if for some reason the address doesn't work. Now, if I don't get the best view that I'm looking for out of that, then that's why I have Google Earth, because then you can see a little more of a 3D version. So, and with both of them you can see street view, which helps a lot, because then you can get a little bit better perspective as to the size of the entrance, the parking spot, all that stuff. So yeah, see, Google Maps has that too. Nope, those are the trucking specific apps that I use. A couple bonus apps that I'll suggest. Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime accounts, and I also have a NBC Sports because I like to watch golf, but that has live tournaments on there, so when I'm shut down, you know, I can watch TV shows, movies, whatever's on there. And then if you're the budgeting type, I highly suggest Every Dollar here. If you know of Dave Ramsey and listen to him, that's his app. It is very, very beneficial. So you can, you know, I'm not going to go into details about it, but you know, you can just go line by line and set a budget, and as you pay for stuff, you put it in there. So that's been huge help for me. So that's it, guys. If anybody watching this has any other apps that you might suggest, or if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. If you could, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. But until next time, stay safe, keep them wheels turning. We'll catch you next time.